Hey, Scorpion released a new video. What? Where did all his other uploads go? What the fish? What is this? Scorpy.mp4? 10 views? Where's the rest of the 3,000 views he had? What the heck? Let's watch it.
He's gonna do it. Randy Orton.
Hey, what is up guys, it's the Dark Bladers here. I am back with another tutorial. This is part 2 of the how to make a Minecraft thumbnail tutorial. If you haven't watched part 1, then you should. Annotation will be on the screen. You can go click on it and then watch part 1, because in part 1 we learned on how to do the character render and then the text render. So if you haven't watched that, I recommend you should watch it. Okay, so nonetheless, let's get going with the tutorial. So in part 2, I'm going to be discussing the Photoshop effects and the render effects and other stuff, you know, lighting and stuff. So yeah, I recommend you have a bit of Photoshop knowledge, otherwise you will not be able to progress with me at my speed. But if you do, that is really good. And yeah. If you don't have much knowledge about Photoshop, then you might want to rewatch the video or go in slow motion with me. So yeah, let's get going, guys. Okay, so if you go down in the description box below right now, the first link will be a download link to the part 2 resource pack. It's a full resource pack where I have all the contents that you need for this tutorial. And yeah, we're gonna be doing all the good stuff. And yeah guys, I just want to say that you need like internet for this tutorial, because I'm gonna be going on Google Images and searching for some stocks. So it would be better if you guys have like internet or something like that. So I couldn't include them in this part 2 resource pack. That is because of copyright reasons. So yeah, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, so after you have downloaded the part 2 resource pack from the description, you need to right click on it and then hit extract here if you have WinRAR or WinZip 7-zip. If you don't know how to install WinRAR, then you can go on YouTube and then search for how to install WinRAR for Windows or Mac or something like that. So it'll be easier for you guys, and then you can, after installing, you can right click and extract here. After that, you'll get this folder. So I'm going to be discussing what is there in this pack. So after that, you just need to open up the pack and we can get started with it. So first, I've included a thank you note. As always, I've given credit to everyone, like Jen's Graphics for the screenshots, and then stocks and texture pack by made by Hydra Design. I just found them on YouTube. So yeah, Jen's Graphics actually gave them to me on Skype. So yeah, I took permission from her, and I actually use them in this pack. So so if you see, the first thing, you have some Minecraft screenshots, like nice sceneries with shaders and stuff. So it's really cool. She took really nice screenshots. They're not that bad, but if you add effects to them, it'll look more better in my opinion. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna choose for now. Okay, so there's a stocks and textures pack as well. If you open it up, there's a PSD file. This we're going to use this in the tutorial, but we're going to be using Google Images as well, because to find stocks and some stocks, you know, like flame stocks or something like that. So yeah, let's get started. You need to open up Photoshop and then hit File and then New, and then type in something, I don't know, like tutorial. Okay, then I'm gonna, for the width, I'm gonna put 1920 by 1080, and then resolution of 300, and the background content, so I'm gonna make them transparent. Okay, and then hit OK, and then basically you'll get this document. If you see this checkerboard thing in the background, that means the document is transparent and you're good to go. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so first you need to get a screenshot from the screenshots folder. I'm just gonna look for nice screenshots. Yeah, these are all really good screenshots. I'm gonna get a nice one that fits me, like a green one, I guess. This one fits me. I really don't know. This one, yeah. Screenshot 7. So I'm just gonna take screenshot 7 and then drag it into Photoshop and then just keep it like that. I'm gonna make it bigger, sorry. Just gonna fit it in the whole canvas. By holding Alt and Shift, you can just make them like this and then drag and drop like that. So I'm just gonna do that and then hit this button and hit place. Okay, so now you have your screenshot ready. So yeah, I'm just gonna click here and then right click and then rasterize layer because we need to do more shit about this. Okay, so you have this. Let's work with the and make sure you drag to your render also. We're gonna be using them later. So I'm just gonna drag and drop them in. Drag and drop them into the file and then hit these icons. We're gonna be using them afterwards. Now select the screenshot layer and then hit Ctrl J on your keyboard, and then what you guys have to do is go to filter, go to other and then hit high pass and set the radius at 10 and hit OK, and then go to the blending options and set it on overlay so it gives a bit of, I don't know, some contrast, I guess. I'm gonna set it at 40 too, and then I'm gonna just merge them by holding. Okay, so if you guys want to know how I merge them, what you need to do is hold Control and select both of them and hit Control E on your keyboard and they'll be merged. So I'm just gonna rename them. Okay, now we can add some effects to it. Like, okay, so first you need to go to the Adjustments tab, and then you can select the brightness and contrast. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so you need to go to the Adjustments tab, get curves. Okay, curves, or you can just click this button and get curves or something like that. So I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna do like kind of like this, and then I'm going to get a vibrant one. Gonna hit the vibrance a bit more. Just gonna put the vibrance here. Okay, so the next thing that you can do is get a gradient tab and then hit the gradients and then hit this gradient, the black and white one, and then I don't know why this just go up. Okay, hit overlay, make it overlay, and then lower the opacity, probably this much, 60%, 60% will be fine. Okay, so the next thing that you can do is use levels and then go here to the red. I don't know why the heck is this here. Go to red, just do something like, I don't know, something related. I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so next thing what you need to do is come here, hit this button and then hit gradient. Nice. Click on this button and then you can just hit like a normal gradient or something. I'm gonna choose this gradient. It looks cool, matches. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the blending options and go overlay, and it looks really weird right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna lower the opacity. It gives it just a bit of tan to the render itself and makes it look really cool. I love this effect. Like mostly I use it in all my banners, so this is a nice tip to use. So now you can just click the screen and then hold shift and click on the topmost layer, and then hold Control and G, and you can group them. So let me go to the screen. Now we're gonna be working out with the render. So yeah, just gonna work out. Okay, so now as you can see, you have this render. What you need to do is go to Control J the render, like duplicate the render by holding Control and J. Right click, hit rasterize layer, go to filter gallery, and 247 is my settings, and I hit OK. If you don't know what I did there, what you need to do is, oh my god, I did step backward. Go to filter gallery, and then go on to stylize and glowing edges, and these are the settings that I use: 2, 4, and 7 in every banner that I use. It depends on the banner type you're using. So yeah, just 2, 4, 7 is the normal one I would use. Okay, so as you can see, your character became black now. I don't know why, but you need to go to the blending options and set that on color dodge. Then what you need to do is get the eraser tool from here, set the opacity on 50%, like that, and then go here and then make the size a lot bigger, like this much, and then set the hardness to 0%. Okay, so now you need to just slightly dab where you can see different colors. Just zoom in, like by holding Control and the plus icon, just to see there's too much here, there's too much there, there's too much there, there's too much on the face. I'm just gonna slightly rub them off. There's too much there, and then here, just gonna rub it here. Other shoe, there's too much here. As you can see, the extruding is not that good. That was because I was in a rush. So yeah, now you got everything done. I'm just gonna do this a little bit. Everything done. What you need to do is hold both of them, select both of them by holding Control and hit Control E on your keyboard to merge them. After that, what you need to do is hit Control, go to blending options, right click blending options, and then you need to go hit gradient overlay. Okay, so what you need first, you'll have like this, it'll be like this. Okay, what you need to do is go to the blend mode and set it on overlay, and set this on about 10%, like I don't know, not too much though. You can have 14%, it'll work. Then what you need to do is go to inner glow and then set the mode on vivid light and then set the size up a bit, like much, and then set the opacity down like 20%. Then we can add something else to it as well. I don't know. Oh yeah, a bit of color overlay. So you can select the color of your sky. So it's like a light yellow. I'm just gonna get light yellow, yellowish color. That looks cool. And then hit overlay, and then hit the opacity down just to give that bit of a tiny look to your render. So yeah, now your render is perfect. What you need to do is right click rasterize layer style. Okay, so you're basically done with your render. There's not much left. Oh yeah, what you need to do is hold Control and click on this thumbnail thing. Click on it, so it'll select the render. What you need to do is hit this button and make a new layer on top of it. Take the brush tool and then select the color of the sky. So I'm gonna go with color. I'm gonna get that nice yellowish color. And then you need to set the brush at about 300 or something like that. No, I'm gonna go for lower. 111, and then hardness at 0. Okay, so now you need to be really careful and then just slightly dab over the render like this by holding your mouse button. Just gonna do that. We can mess with the opacity afterwards, so just do it. So I'm just gonna select these like that, select these like that. Just, you know, your imagination probably. just gonna do that. Okay, so now that it looks good, hit Control and D on your keyboard so it'll deselect the render. Now you have this layer 1. As you can see, it gives that light effect. What you need to do is hit on it and then hit lower the opacity to about. First you need to rub the parts that are too much. I'm gonna rub this part a bit, rub this part, rub this part, this part, rub this part. Basically it. Then lower the opacity. I'm gonna lower it to about this much, 9%. And yeah, you're basically done. Next things next, you need to merge them by holding Control and then holding both of them and hit Control E on our keyboard. Next thing is next, we need to add some type of gradient to it. So you need to click this button and then go into gradients and do the same. Hold some, get, I don't know, this one, hit OK, and then right click on the gradient fill layer and then hit create clipping mask, and it'll create the clipping mask on the render. So now what you need to do is go to the blend mode and hit it on overlay and go to the opacity and change it to about 9%. And then you can add a bit of curves to it or something like that. So I'm just gonna add a bit of curves to it. Put a clipping masks. That, and then you can add some brightness and contrast. It's gonna create a clipping mask so that it forms a chain. Next, I'll just go here, like, gives a bit of a contrast. So yeah, that looks okay, not that bad. Not bad actually. So yeah, we can do more stuff with it later on. So yeah, I think this curve messes it up. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna merge them together. Control E. So yeah, now we have the render done. What we need to do is just make it smaller or something like that, or bigger, like that. Okay, so now we can work out with the text. So what you can do various stuff to the text. I'm gonna just gonna add a Control J. Go to filter gallery, do the same thing. Color dodge. Just to give it a eraser tool, of course, and then you need to rasterize the text. So you need to go right click on the text and then hit rasterize layer, and then you can just rub parts which have too much stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. Then just hold Control and click on both of them and hit Control E, then you can merge them together. Next, what you can do is we can just add a bit of texture onto the text. So what we can do is we can actually take this resource pack, go to the stocks and textures and open up the PSD of this, and it should open up this. So yeah, you can open up brush stocks, and then I'm gonna take some type of brush stock. I'm gonna take this one. So yeah, it's gonna take this and then try to merge it on that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click on it and then hit blending options on the stock, hit color overlay. I'm gonna hit normal and I'm gonna hit black so that it becomes like that, and right click on it and then hit rasterize layer style. So now we have a nice texture, like a grunge texture. What we can do is we can just right click, create clipping mask on the text and hit overlay, like so. This is how Scorpy does it. So yeah, he uses brushes, like brush pack. I actually have a brush pack. I use these various brushes, you know, to get the splatters effects and stuff, you know, like they're really cool. I love them actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna overlay like that. If I select the color here as black and then I'm gonna hit overlay on them, you can actually do a lot of stuff to it like that, which you can't do normally. So yeah, I'm just gonna use the stocks and texture pack for the sake of this video. I'm gonna get a nice grunge texture. This one looks cool. So I'm just gonna go, and then of course do the same thing. Blending options, color overlay, black. Okay. Now take this texture and then create a clipping mask onto the text, and hit overlay, and that will make it look cooler, you know, in my opinion. Just rotate it a bit so that it can create a nice effect. I'm gonna look for more stocks, of course. There's this stock, there's that. We can use this stock, maybe, you know. Yeah, it totally depends on your. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, color overlay. Okay, totally depends on your taste. Totally depends on your taste, on what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So I'm just gonna put it on overlay as well. Gives that effect on there. Just gonna do that. Then we can get more stocks, and of course you can go onto the textures and get a nice texture. I'm just gonna get this texture. We're gonna first go with these 3 stocks. Okay, so now you need to click on this and hold shift and select all of them, and lower the opacity of them, like till this. I'm just gonna duplicate this. Gonna keep it here or something like that. Create clipping mask first, and hold Control E, and yeah, it'll basically do that. And overlay, of course, overlay, and yeah, there you go. You have this cool text grungy effects on your text. I'm gonna put it on 40. You know, you can still see a lot of the text. So yeah, that's very good. Now you have this texture from the stock, the metallic texture. So I'm just gonna take it up, metallic grunge texture. And what you need to do is hold Control and T on the image, and then just make it bigger, like bigger than the text, and then hit apply. Okay, so I'm just gonna merge them, merge the stocks and the texture together. Now we have a single text like this. Looks cool. The next thing that you can do is use this texture and then here create clipping mask onto the text, so it's gonna look like this. Go to the blend mode and hit overlay, and then hit the opacity a bit down, probably about 20%, and just hold Control and click Control E to merge them. So I'm just gonna make text. So yeah, that's basically how to make a good text. Next, what you can do is you can go to blending options, go to gradient overlay, or it's the same thing. Then we can go inner glow. We can add the same settings, same everything for the render. So yeah, that looks pretty good, like better than before. So this was how it looked before. And this is how it looks now. So that's pretty good, you know, it's pretty good. It looks pretty awesome in my opinion. So yeah. Next, you have the text, everything done. So yeah, now you have the render, you have the text, you have everything. What you can do is make the render a bit smaller using Control T. And yeah, you can make it like this, and just make it like this. His legs are going like that. Okay. So now I'll show you guys a cool trick that you can do. I'm gonna make the text a little bit smaller because it's kind of big. A cool trick that you can do. Apply. Cool trick that you can do is hold Control and J, and duplicate this and bring it on top of this. Now what you can do is we can just rub this part, like erase this part, 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 like literally on the text. So yeah. Oh, sorry. That was actually a really bad idea. So just Control and J. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the render and then use this tool called the quick selection tool. If it's like this, just right click on it and then hit quick selection tool and use the +1. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select his hand and sword. I'm just gonna select his sword quickly. Sword and hand. Sword, come here, swordy. Okay. Okay. I don't want. So I'm just gonna. I don't want this other stuff, so I'm gonna go with the sword and the hand. Okay, so after you have selected that, you can just use the minus tool and just select the hand. Just select the hand, okay? Just select the hand and the sword by using the minus tool like this. You can just do that. Okay, so that looks pretty neat. What you can do is, now you have selected everything, you need to do is hold Control C and hit Control V. Now we have duplicated the hand, so just put it over the text. As you can see, it looks really cool. It looks as if the guy is having the hand on top of the text. That looks really sick in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty good. I can make the text a little bigger because it's really small. Survival games. Looks pretty neat, in my opinion. That effect looks really good. Now, what you need to do is go onto your browser or something. You can do more stuff with the render. Yeah, you need to go onto your browser. Open up your browser. I'm using Google Chrome. You can use this effect as well. You can use these effects that he has given, like these effects stuff, like text backdrop and all, like particles. Here's just abstract swirl. You can use a lot of those. So yeah, just open up google.com. Sorry, my internet is really slow right now. Just open up google.com. Oh my god, why is it taking so much time? Okay, so open up google.com and go onto images and then search for a blue flame or something like that. I'm gonna search for a white flame. I'm gonna search for a white flame and it's gonna pop up like really white flame like that. So this one looks cool. Like this can be, merged and stuff. So yeah, just right click here and then hit copy image and just go onto the tutorial render part and then hit Control V. Next one you need to do is go to blend mode and hit screen, and as you can see, it looks cool already. Now you need to take the eraser tool and set it on 100, of course, and then just erase this part so that you have this flame part left out. Cool. Now what you can do is we can actually like put it on top of the sword. Just do that. Okay, just keep it next to the sword and then go to edit, transform, warp. Now I can warp it up to this like that. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with this actually tool, whatever you want to call it. You can actually do a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna warp it to the sword like this. Like the sword is having like superpowers or something like that. Okay, so yeah, you can do basically anything with the sword like that. Like that looks cool as heck. Like he's actually dashing in. The sword is dashing in and all. You can do a lot of effects like that. And as you can see, this looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for the sake of the tutorial purpose. Of course, if you are doing this like with me, then you can like take more time and effort and do a lot of stuff to your things. So yeah, basically I'm doing this like I'm trying to wrap this up as soon as possible. So yeah, guys, sorry if I'm not that good. Say. Okay, so that's basically it for this part. Next, you need to make some lights. So go and select the color. I'm gonna select a nice yellow color, and then I'm gonna hit the brush tool, and then get a normal brush with the size, like, I don't know, this much, I guess 600, then the hardness at 0. So just dab like lights here and there. So yeah, this is the most fun part. So I just dabbed 4 lights. Go to filter, blur, and yeah, make sure to make them on a new layer, like clicking on this, and then go to select this layer, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then set the blur at about 160 or something like that. So it creates this cool lighting effect. What you can do is we can just lower the opacity. Just lower the opacity to about 10%. Now make a new layer. Select white color, and then go to the brush tool again. Then just do like this. Take the white brush tool and then make the brush bigger, like 1500, and just put 1 dab over there. Go to the blend mode and hit lighten, and just lower the opacity on that, like that. That looks cool. Make a new layer, of course, again, and we can see green type of a thing. They're gonna take a nice dark blue green or something, dark green like that. Make it smaller, of course, smaller, and then make small dabs of it. Okay, so I'm good. Just, make small dabs. Okay, so now I've made a lot of dabs on the screen. Go to filter, blur, same thing again. Blur, Gaussian blur. You might need to reduce the Gaussian blur on here. Like, spread this much, I guess. Yeah, 77. And yeah, just lower the opacity on there. Just that greenish look on there. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with my thing. I just wanted to give this a bit of light, like here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, make a new layer on top of the render, hold the render here again, like hold Control and click on the render again, and make a new layer on top of it. Take the brush tool, take a nice yellowish color, like this. Just do it like that. Zoom out, Control and minus. Do that. Okay, that looks pretty good. And hit Control D on our keyboard. Now we have this light. Just lower the opacity of light. Oh, fish! What the heck? Okay, like this much probably. So yeah, that's basically it for this part. Yeah, and then we need to make some text, of course. We need to make some text. We can use a lot of these effects here, like this grunge, maybe. Don't know. We can use a lot of stuff. We can use this simple BG flare. So what you need to do is select this simple BG flare in the effects tab. Hold Control U on your keyboard. Get a greenish color, just light it, and we got this greenish color here. Like darkish green. Okay, so to hit OK, just drag this here, and then you can basically put it on anything you want. I'm gonna put it on this A or something like that. Could have put it on this M, probably. Put it on. Just hold Control and T, and then just do it like this. Okay, and then take the eraser tool and erase the sides so that a bit of it can be seen. If this doesn't fit the screen or something like that, what you can do is go to Control T, right click, warp, and then just warp it onto the text. So like this, like that. Just warp it on text, like a circle. Okay, so that looks cool. That looks okay. And then lower the opacity, of course. Don't forget to lower the opacity. Okay, so that looks neat. Yeah, there's basically no other stuff to do. Sorry. Yeah. Now what we can do is we can add some magic bullet looks if you want, but I'm gonna add that text in the side, like you can see that awesome text thing. I don't know. So yeah, take your title and then take a font. I'm gonna take Ubuntu, whatever. You can just search it on Google and get Ubuntu for free. I'm gonna search 0999, I guess. Many people use that number. I don't know why. Yeah, just get a font, you know. I don't know, maybe Tulpen. Yeah, this looks cool. This looks okay. Not that bad. And now I'm just gonna take brain or distortion of the brain and mind. No, totally not. Totally not. Crime Time 6 looks cool. Yeah. I don't know why it's not working, but yeah, maybe it doesn't work with numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna get a nice font, like a simple font that you can use in your tutorials or in your thumbnails. Aldo. Yeah, this will be cool. Just lower the size of it and put it on this corner. And yeah, I'll teach you guys on how to make a layer style as well for it. Okay, so you need to go right click on the text and hit blending options. Then go to gradient overlay, change it back to normal, and change both the sides to white. And then what you need to do is just click in between, like click here, and then change the color to like this much. Then what you need to do is make another white and click that. Make another here, make it like this much. Make another white. If you can't understand them, I don't know really. It's pretty easy and simple. Make another white, make another silver, like that. Make another gray, make another white, make another gray, make another white. Make another gray, make another gray. White and last gray. So this looks better in my opinion. So as you can see, that's how you make a silver text. Then you can add a inner glow to it, of course, with the vivid light. Lower that as well. I'm just gonna overlay it. It'll look cool. Next thing is next, you can add a Satan to it. Satan, S-A-I-T-N. Hit overlay. Put the size up like this much, I guess. Like this. Yeah. Put it to 3. That looks cool as well. Now add a drop shadow to it, of course. I'm gonna add a nice, simple drop shadow. Just copy my settings, guys. This is my settings. And yeah, that's basically it, how you do it. Basically how you make good text. So yeah guys, that's basically it for this tutorial. If you guys want magic bullet looks on there, what you can do is just go down to the bottom screen, then go here to the top by holding shift and click on there, and then hit Ctrl J on your keyboard and hit Ctrl E, so it'll merge everything, and hit Ctrl A and Ctrl X and hit Ctrl V. And there you go, you'll have everything done. Then what you need to do is you can do one more thing. You can hit Ctrl J on your keyboard and go to other, high pass, of course, do the same thing. And then set blend mode on overlay. It'll give the nice effect, just like that. Merge them together. Go to filter, magic bullet looks. Okay, so just open up magic bullet looks. Now we're gonna start from scratch. So go to subject and add a pop. Pop gives a nice crisp look to your stuff. So yeah, you can add a pop over there. I think not too much. I'm just gonna go with it. Then go to matte or matte. I don't know what the fish to say. And then you can go to the fusion and put it on full blue. No, I'm gonna put it on green probably. Like a greenish color. The exposure on low. 0. No, I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's your choice if you guys want to do that or not. Go to lens and then add an anamorphic flare. So the theme is green, so you can just choose green or something. Green, I'm gonna choose green. And then hold the threshold and put it up to like, I don't know, about this much. I don't want it more, so yeah. Then you can add a chromatic aberration. Put it on like this much. 0.310. And then add a lens distortion. It'll look cool. I don't know, totally. Whoa, this, we can do this or something like that. I don't know. For this tutorial, I just want to be like fun. Like you can copy these settings and just, you know, make them your CC and make them your CC. And like if you're making more thumbnails like part 1, part 2, survival's game part 2, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, like that, and then you can just go to the looks and then add one from here. So that'll be really cool. There's not much effects, but you can go to post and go down and add a fill mic. You can lessen the contrast a bit. Okay, yeah, that's basically it, and hit finish. And yeah, that's basically it on how to use Magic Bullet looks with this thumbnail. As you can see, it looks pretty awesome, pretty cool, pretty neat. That's all I could do in 40 minutes. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This was a bit more complex tutorial, so I'm just gonna add a white light on top of it, like that. Then lower the opacity of it, like that. Okay guys, that was basically it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Let's try to hit 70 likes for this video, guys. Yeah, that's basically it. So the last video got a lot of support, 140 likes plus. I want to just thank you so much for that. Yeah guys, that's basically it for this tutorial. If you have Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. If you have questions, if you have doubts, just leave them down in the comments down below. I put a lot of effort into these tutorials, guys. Please make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe for more awesome tutorials like this. And yeah guys, that's basically it. And let's add a vignette to this. So when you make a new layer, use the paint the bucket tool. Just use that. Go to this eraser tool and then make it bigger like this, and then basically, yeah, that's basically it. You added a vignette. Yeah, that looks cool, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. That's it from me. Peace off, guys. Peace.